And the main thing you need that energy for is to control your own mind. Notice I pointed here, your own feelings about things. As opposed to hoping for something beyond your control, so reserve that energy for being neutral and equipoised no matter how things go, so that you're prepared to act no matter what happens. And so hope, Amber, what was it? Say your name? Anya. So don't think I'm picking on you. Listen, I learned this myself, and this is something new, it's something different, but I'm saying it's realistic. The Buddhists say get rid of it. The yogis say get rid of it. It's robbing you of your power, and it's based on fear. You're afraid that you can't have it. You're afraid that something's going to overwhelm you. How many good things have their roots in fear? So what we say is have faith and control your own mind and emotions. So we'll talk more about what faith is. But that literally is the general Buddhist position and the general yogic position on hope. How about this though? I speak forcibly, I know this, and I almost speak in absolutes. I would say nothing's absolute. Now I will say that hope is natural, right? I find myself, well, I used to, I don't do it anymore, but as a practice, when I was learning this, because I would see the effects. And God forbid if you really invest in hope and it doesn't come true, you're always outside of yourself and you're hurt. So I had to recondition myself to rely on my own self and not on external results. And he goes further. He goes, the unconditional confidence that does not rely on confirmation or results. I'll repeat that. You should replace hope with the unconditional confidence that does not rely on confirmation or results. Did everyone grab that? There's a lot in there. Unconditional confidence means no matter what happens, you remain confident. You can only have that if you are in touch with yourself. If you have genuine self-confidence. I remember I was watching a video last night. Somebody was talking about self-esteem. He said, no one ever talks about where it comes from. Where it comes from is in the word self. It comes from your true self. Now, a false type of esteem is your egotism, which is the false self. You can have that. That's called arrogance, hubris. But God is the self within. That's where a yogi's confidence comes from. That's what a yogi is investing in. I tell you, these people, yogis, are masters of their own path. And really, actually, that means surrendering to God, because God is the master of our path, whether we know it or not. But they master their minds and they surrender to the divine, and the divine leads them along their path. But further than that, even if they can't do it perfectly, they're able to be the sources of their own happiness. And so that's why we say unconditional confidence that does not rely on confirmation. Meaning, you're not relying on somebody thinking you're pretty, thinking you're smart, thinking that you're talented, thinking you're hardworking, even showing you appreciation. You're not relying on it. Of someone confirming that you're good in some way. Because you know what you are. And so it doesn't rely on confirmation, meaning I don't need you to confirm my goodness. And then not on results. What if the results don't go your way? This is another thing. In the Bhagavad Gita, this is a massive topic. Krishna talks about it to his disciple Arjuna in the war. He says, Arjuna, fight without any thought for victory or defeat. Be equipoised. Such equanimity is called yoga. Samatvam yoga uchate. Equanimity of mind is called yoga. He said the truth is the results are really out of your hands. The divine gives them. You can strive for something and apply all of your intelligence, all of your skill, use all your resources and still fail to get it. And some fool can come along and by happenstance get the same thing without any effort. Anybody ever see that? Frustrating? Right? It's like, come on, right? There's forces at work beyond us. So ours is the effort. The results are given by God. And we don't need results to confirm our own dignity. We don't need results to confirm our own goodness. We don't need results to feel confident. I hear this a lot too. This is another false thing. Oh, when I got this, my faith was strengthened. That's not faith, that's belief. If your faith was weakened by what you received, by the results you got, or someone confirming, then your faith is, if it was strengthened by those things, it's going to be weakened when those things don't appear. So we want to move into a place of being unconditional. It means conditions cannot affect us. Now, of course, that's a high level. But here's the thing, when you're striving for that, what happens is you get affected less and you get through it more quickly. And you know what? I always say this. You know how you do that? You need a self to turn to. You need your own inner self to turn to. You need to be able to be your own rock. That is where faith is going to come in.